Welcome to U.S. History, election of 1824. Now, this is a very important election for U.S. history. You have something that is very, very critical to Jackson's administration happen, and that is the election of 1824 is also called the corrupt bargain. Okay, it's corrupt because of what goes down in the election. Now, keep in mind this is a story of kind of thinking things are going to go well and they end up not. Okay, there's 4 candidates running. The first candidate you have is William Crawford. Okay, he's not going to make it through the election. He actually dies while they're trying to solve some of the problems, but he's there in the beginning. The second candidate you have to know about is Henry Clay, who I told you before, Jackson does not like him. Okay, person number 3. John Quincy Adams. Okay, we talked about him before. Remember the election of 1820, didn't do so good, got 1 electoral vote, 0.5%. Only 1 elector actually voted for him, but he still comes back. Okay, so you can still win against all odds. Now, what ends up happening, the 4th candidate will be Jackson, Andrew Jackson. He does not win this election. Let me go ahead and tell you that. John Quincy Adams will win. But what the problem with this election is that Jackson will get 99 electoral votes, and he wins the majority of the popular vote. Okay, Adams gets 84 electoral votes. Still gets some popular vote, but not the most. Okay, Crawford and Clay are lagging behind. Now, what ends up happening here, though, when no one gets the majority of the electoral vote, who gets to decide the election? That's right, the House of Representatives. Okay, what ends up happening here is that you will get a corrupt bargain between Henry Clay and John Quincy Adams. Remember I told you William Crawford's out, and they are not fans of Andrew Jackson. So, what you need to understand here is that Adams will offer Henry Clay the Secretary of State. Now, whether he does this a little bit before or whether it happens as he's being elected, that's kind of the question. Jackson, of course, believes that he is offered this very high office, Secretary of State, because in the past, Secretary of States have gone on to become president. Okay, so it's a very important office. So Jackson believes that he was offered this in exchange for Henry Clay being Speaker of the House, being able to sway votes to John Quincy Adams. Outcome of the election, the person who got the most electoral votes, even though not the majority, and the person who got the most popular votes, still is not elected president. Corrupt bargain? Yes or no?